So if you're listening right now and you don't know, first of all, if you have a question and you want to get on the air, the number to call is 604-822-2487. That's 604-UBC-CITR. And I'm just going to mention that I did bring some products from Sage Natural Wellness that I'm going to give away on the air today. So keep listening for the cue to call for that. But if you want to ask a question, just give us a call, 822-2487, or you can email spiritualshow@gmail.com. And if you don't know what the Sara books are, do you want to explain that, Stuart?
Well, I'd love to. The Sara books are these wonderful books that Esther has written, channeled through Abraham, about a delightful young girl who meets an ethereal friend named Solomon. It's an owl. And Solomon basically teaches her about the laws of the universe. And it's just a wonderful, uplifting book, kind of told through the point of view of a child who really becomes, really familiar with the laws of the universe and law of attraction. And she then, in the second book, meets another friend named Seth, and together they learn about the law of attraction. It's just a delightful book, and it brings all the concepts of Abraham into a children's book. And so when they approached me about writing the music for that, I was over the moon, because it was definitely a vibrational match for me.
There's something more to this, though. It's going to be a musical, right?
It is going to be a musical. That was kind of the approach. I'd written a couple treatments for the film, kind of combining books 1 and book 2, and Esther and I worked on the treatments together for, maybe a year. And we were stop and go, and then I sent them a piece of music that I had written, and that really got Esther's attention, and she called me and said, "Oh my gosh, Stuart, Sara has to be a musical." And she was at Del Taco at the time, I think, as the story goes. But it was just a wonderful moment where all of the things in the past kind of converged, like we were in each other's vibrational escrow, and it was all kind of coming together. So it's just a wonderful memory, a wonderful moment.
Fabulous. Well, Stuart, it's going to be time for a break in just a few minutes, so I'd like to play before the break one of your songs from your Cloud Walking CD. So I want to play the title track, Cloud Walking, and do you want to explain a little bit about this track before we play it?
Cloud Walking was it was the first piece that I wrote for the new album, Cloud Walking, and it was something that I sat down and I just heard, like the other songs, heard the instruments and sat down and played it. And when I was done with this, I knew that this was going to be a new album. That was the feeling that was being told to me, and then went on to write, I think, 14 other tracks for the album. But this was the first one, so it has a special place for me.
Nice. Well, this is Cloud Walking from Stuart St. John's CD, Cloud Walking, on CITR 101.9 FM, Vancouver. CITR 101.9 FM in Vancouver. This is Synchronicity, talk radio for your mind, body, and soul. And we're speaking with Stuart St. John today, and he is a composer working with Abraham-Hicks, and that was his song Cloud Walking just a moment ago. And Stuart, we actually have a caller on the line who'd like to ask you a question.
Terrific.
Okay, so go ahead, caller.
Thank you. Stuart, my name is Lisa, and I'm calling from Utah. I just wanted to tell you that your music is absolutely beautiful. And when you were talking about the Sara books, your voice got very warm, and I was wondering if you've thought about writing a children's book.
Well, hi, Lisa. Thank you for the question. As a matter of fact, I am in the midst of completing a children's book, and I'm also doing the score for it. So it's funny you should ask that. I'm really really excited about it.
Well, we look forward to it. I mean, is it based on the spiritual principles that you've been learning yourself?
Yes, it's all kind of the culmination of the spiritual practices and teachings that I've been kind of sharing with people, and really, really excited for me. Because I love children. I've been doing children's animation, for the last, 15 years in Hollywood. So this is kind of my convergence of the spiritual and the stuff that I've been doing. So, do you have children?
Yes, I do. 2 daughters.
Oh, great. Then it's the perfect audience for a book like this.
wonderful. I can't wait to read it.
Thank you. Stay tuned. It'll be, we're going to advertise it on our site at stuartstjohnlight.com.
All right, I'll be looking for it.
Thank you for the question. It was nice speaking with you.
It's nice talking to you, too. Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you so much for calling in. And so, yeah, that was interesting. That's why we call this show Synchronicity.
Yeah.
Because things like this happen.
I haven't really been talking about that, so that was kind of cool.
Okay, well, let's talk about it for a bit. So what's going on with this book, or is it top secret?
It's kind of top secret, and that's why I'm laughing, because, I haven't been really talking about it, but I'm in the midst of it. So it's very fresh for me, and I can't wait to kind of unveil it to people. I think, children are so important, and that the children's, the spirit of a child, I believe, is who we really all are at our center. So the work with children is really, really important to me, and it's kind of how I started my career in LA, and so it's exciting.